Hi guys, it's me, Danielle Danny Buttons, and I'm here with day 2 of my filming spree. So yesterday I filmed 3 videos, and today I'm hoping to film at least 3 more. And our first video will be from Fairytales by Emelie Oberg. This is one of my favorite books. I'm so desperate for Sagor Oxagner, and Emelie just said that her publishers are re-releasing it. So yay, I cannot wait to get one. I don't know though if they're gonna release it on Amazon, and I don't know if I'm gonna hold my breath to wait because I don't want to miss out again. So today I think I'm going to attempt this page. I don't know why, but I flipped it and I was like, oh, that's cute and that seems pretty fall-like, but then I was like, no, I really want to do this one. So in this book so far I've really only used either my watercolor pencils or my Inktense. My watercolor pencils are just a cheap set from Michaels. They're like the Artist Loft brand that were probably $5, and they reflect that in their quality. And then obviously Inktense are real nice. So I'm gonna start with Inktense, and then if I need other colors from my watercolors, maybe I'll try to use them. We will see. So yeah, but see, that's an example of my Inktense in here. Flip, flip. Why did the pages do this? All Inktense. My only problem with Inktense is just sometimes the colors are so bold that they're not what I want. Okay, what's our plan? Let's do an Eggcorn, because why not? With my Inktense, I always keep my color charts on hand because it looks different pre-activation and post-activation. What colors are Eggcorns? I think the top is dark, right? I'm gonna do like bark and then oak, maybe. Ooh. This will probably be a multi-parter because I just feel like it's gonna be. We'll find out together, but I'm gonna probably stop them at around half an hour. Bark. I still don't have my engagement ring back, so I still have a placeholder, and that's sad. But right now it is Tuesday, October 2nd. I don't think you'll see this for at least a week. So I'm still not great with Inktense. I just kind of scribble and then activate, which I'm sure there's better ways to do it. But the reason I like these is the speed and obviously the deep colors. But I'm not patient with little details. So with my Inktense, I just go, go, go. Also, today the pupper isn't feeling great, so she might interrupt us again. But I think she's napping right now, so hopefully not. And I just use my water brush and do everything with that. My tip with these water brushes is they're easier to control if they're full, because then a tiny, tiny squeeze will be enough to get the water you need out. And almost, if they're full enough, you barely have to squeeze ever. But when they're less full, you'll have to squeeze harder, and therefore more water will come out, and it could make a mess. So yeah, I feel like coloring these whole things was too much ink. Oh well. What is your favorite coloring book? Either just the pictures in it or the one you actually like to color, which I know they can be different because, again, I think the pictures in this are my favorite, but I'm too nervous to color in it. My favorite books to color in are probably the Hannah Lynn books, especially the ones I have 2 of each, because even though I don't really intend on going back and coloring the seconds, it's just like security, and it's funny. And I just love how those come out. Like, I think you can see me getting better in those books really well, because even though each picture is different, the style's close enough that you can compare them. Voila! Okay. And then what did I say we were gonna do for the bottom half? Oak. That's on the next page. Let me just unzip my whole pencil case. I don't know if I like this pencil case. I think the biggest problem is just the Inktense are a little fatter than normal pencils. So it, like, the pencils are hard to get in and out. With Inktense, you can also just directly paint from the tip. So, oh, I said oak. That doesn't look good on the bottom. I'm gonna do willow. So I can just directly paint from here. The only thing with that is that makes the tip soft, which isn't a huge deal, except if you like if you're gonna shove it back in, you could get it like stain your fingers, or it could get on stuff, and then it's ink. So just be careful of that. Inktense are pretty great too, because they're so hard that they don't really need to be sharpened. I don't know if I've sharpened any yet since I've gotten them for Christmas. And I love it that once they're set, they're set. So like if you want to come back in with another color later, you can just go zoop, 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 because nothing will move. I was thinking of zooming in, but I think I'd forget to zoom out, and then you won't be able to see anything later, so. Yes. So, I have my dental surgery tomorrow. We'll see how well I'm talking after that too. That's another reason I wanted to get so many videos done. Because if I need a week off from speaking, then I'll have them set up. I'm probably going to start posting every other day. But by the time you get to this one, it'll be in like a week. So you'll either have noticed or still not care by then. And also, I was planning on using words. I was planning on looking up questions to ask myself and prompt myself throughout this, and then I did not yet. These are radishes, correct? What color are radishes? I'm just gonna guess with my helpful chart. I almost feel like they're that color. I'm gonna go for it, okay. So yeah, with the Inktense, you have to like move everything around at once, because once it sets, that's the end of the movement. Ooh. I like that color. Not sure if it's radishes, but it's a nice color. Why am I losing my voice already? This does not bode well. For the rest of the day. We have to keep our voice. So this paper handles the paint well enough. There's some buckling, but it's not the worst. I might try to like transition to a lighter color, hopefully. Oh, that makes sense. Ooh, girl. It's so weird to be coloring at all with the sound off, because I'm always watching YouTube while I'm coloring. Or, what shows are you binging right now? Because right now I'm watching X-Files, and I've never watched it before, so it's for the first time. I'm having binge club with my friend Dave. It's like a book club, but for television. And we just watch the episodes at our own houses and then talk about them on the internet together. And it's funny because sometimes he gets ahead of me and sometimes I get ahead of him. So our rule are you can't go more than 10 episodes ahead of the other person. And you might be like, that's a ton of episodes. But it's binge club. So like he said on Sunday, he watched 7 episodes. So, all right, I think I'm going to do an even lighter color. Saddle brown, maybe? Should I do just the next lighter pink? Yes. So I've never watched... Oh, no, this wasn't the right choice. All right. I'll just blend that out with that one and do something else. I've never watched X-Files before, but I really love the 90s, so I wanted to give it a shot. So I'm on season 4, and I really like it. I didn't know if I was going to like it because I'm not really like into sci-fi, which is kind of what it is. But I find that I'm like, I get into very specific shows. Like this is true for us with like museums too. So Sam and I love museums that are like incredibly specific. So our favorite museum we went to in Washington, D.C. was the Postal Museum because that's very specific. Uh-oh. And we liked, like in Georgia, we really love the Coca-Cola Museum because, again, very specific. I just forgot what color this was. Uh-oh. Are my tips still wet? Yeah. So for X-Files, I don't know. I just am into it, but I don't think I would continue watching other spooky shows, if that's what you could call it. Who knows? I just like the 90s. Let's just leave it at that. I don't think I use the same color. I'm just going to pat that down and maybe lighten it up. Did it work? I have no idea. Okay. Greens. Do radishes have regular green plumage? Maybe. I'm going to mix leaf green and just do some of the squares, maybe like every other square. Yes, so that's what I'm binge watching. As for regular TV, I am excited for Halloween food show season. I love Halloween Wars on Food Network, and I love Halloween Baking Championship on Food Network. Both great shows, in my opinion. I don't know. I mostly watch food shows, if I'm being honest with you. I watch Superstore. I love Superstore. That comes out Thursday. The Good Place we watch. I feel like the first season of The Good Place was the best, though. And it's like, since then. It's still funny, but it's not as good as it was. And I kind of am interested in that Manifest show. I think the at least first episode already happened. But it's the guy from Once Upon a Time. And it just seems like a cool idea. So I have to see where it goes, though. Because that could be a misleading trailer. I don't know if you remember, I don't know if I remember the name of the show, so that this might be a useless question. But there was a show a couple years ago, and it was like advertised as it was going to be basically like a ghost story. And then it turned into like a really heavy government alien story, and it was weird. And it was like Drill, this, I think, alien, talking to children and making them do things. I don't know. It sucked. It didn't last a second season. I don't even know if it lasts more than like the midway point of the first season. Did I just change colors by accident? I think I did. I need to go back to Leaf. I'm not ready for you yet, Fern. So. Yeah. So I'm worried that Manifest is secretly, like, gonna be about aliens, too. And like I said, I'm watching X-Files for aliens, and that's it. Even though I think I'm going to be an alien for Halloween. Which is exciting. I'm hoping that I'm going to be an alien, and Noodles will be an alien, and Sam's going to be an astronaut. I think that would be cute, but we'll see. Because I'm not really sure how to make an alien costume. Because a lot of what you see online is just like people put space buns in and then paint themselves in shiny glitter or something. I'm like, what? Okay. I guess it's really up to interpretation because... You know what? I am going to zoom in for you a little bit. There you go. It's up for interpretation because we haven't seen any aliens. So, be whatever you want. But I don't want to be a person with a mask because I just think I would get tired of that real quick and then take it off and then I wouldn't have a costume on. You know? This is really like calming just to do this. This reminds me, there's another French Disney coloring book that I really, really want. And it's, I think, called Stained Glass in English. But it's basically all the characters in this style. And I thought it would be like so tedious. But I think that I would like it a lot. Especially if I use these Inktense. So. I really am thinking about asking for or investing myself in another watercolor system because I love watercolors, but these Inktense I feel like aren't good for every situation. I don't know though. They're not bad. It's just that, again, these colors are so bold and I feel like there's not enough choices. I think this is a 72 set. But it's still not enough. Because there's like very few skin choices, or at least nothing I can make work for skin. I really have always wanted the Neocolor 2s, but at the time we bought these, the Neocolor 2s were like, or Sam bought them. I asked Sam for either of them, and I think the Neocolor 2s were twice the price of this. So it just didn't make sense, which was sad, but understandable. But now I really still want them. But I'm also, I don't know, people with Neocolor 2s, are they quick and easy to use? Because it seems like you'd have to like focus real hard and be careful with them because they're so fragile. So I don't know if that would actually solve my problem. Okay, I'm gonna switch colors to Fern Green, which is just right next to it. Let's see, that's Fern Green already. Should I do the rest of it in Fern Green? I don't know if Fern Green's gonna be light enough. Actually, let's just, I wiped my brush off. Maybe that's gonna do it. Yeah, that's much better. I think I'm just gonna do the rest of it in Fern Green. This actually might be a good page to do with our half-an-hour time limit because it looks like at half an hour I'll just be finishing this up. So cool. I really am like blanking on other TV shows I watch. I really do watch a lot of YouTube too. And I just go through phases. So like in September, I watched a Disney movie almost every single day to prepare for our honeymoon. But like every single day. I think I missed 5 days. So 25 Disney movies I watched last month, which I think is pretty good. And so I basically only watch Disney movies and YouTube. And then the month before that, I watched a lot of our DVR because it got full. So I would just like binge whatever was on there. And then back the month before that was Super X-Files, and I watched like 2 or 3 seasons in 1 month. So it all depends. Right now I'm just on a YouTube kick. And then in October, like I said, I'm going to watch a whole bunch of Halloween movies. We watched Clue last night. I love Clue. Clue may actually be one of my favorite movies. It is so good. First of all, who doesn't love a movie based on a board game? We're big board game geeks. So I just think that's cool in general. And then Tim Curry is just so good. There's so many subtle jokes in that. Like, basically every time I watch it, I pick up something new. And that's impressive because I've watched it a bunch of times by now. But yeah. I think tonight we're actually going to watch Avatar, which I'm not looking forward to. The one with the blue people. But there's a whole area in Disney based on it. So I'm like, ugh, fine. Let's see what this is about. That's sometimes I worry that they make Disney World too much about the new stuff. And on one hand, I guess it makes sense to evolve with the new movies. But on the other hand, the old stuff's good too. I don't want to lose it. Yeah, even with these radishes, you could see what I'm talking about with light colors, because this is as light as I could really get, and I wanted to be lighter than that. So, oh well. I'm starting to get reckless and just like squiggle. Gotta stay calm. I'm not staying calm. Okay. So what are you going to be for Halloween? Do you dress up? Do you dress up your kids? Do you dress up your dog? Tell me your plans. I don't think Halloween is just for kids. I mean, I don't trick or treat. So don't get me wrong there. But I think it's fun to dress up. And yeah. I never liked trick-or-treating because I've always had really bad anxiety. So the idea of like knocking on people's doors was the worst thing in the world. And it was just terrible. Like, I can't believe I ever made it. And I remember, like, dreading it. But then my favorite part was after trick-or-treating, I love to sort the candy because I've always been very, like, compulsive that way. So I would, like, sort everything. First, like, chocolate and non-chocolate, then group each category, and, like, alphabetize all the candy. And then I would know what I could share with other people. So... Now, my dad has last year got full bars. And then one kid was like, "Wow, mister, you're great." And so now I'm positive he's going to continue to get full bars because that kid called him great. So that should be interesting. All right, we're only at 26 minutes. So maybe I can start something else. I'm going to zoom out. Whoop, I'm going to wiggle my camera. Let's do... I really want to do these berries in, like, this deep color. Should I do chili red? Maybe. I think so. So wipe off my paper and find some chili red. Or should I do blueberries? Maybe I should do blueberries. I'm thinking. I feel like I'll probably do something else blue, right? I'm gonna do red berries. Let's start. Are you in screen? I think red berries are more like fall, wintry anyway, right? Cranberries are more fall. Blueberries are more summer. So this is chili red. Yeah, nice and deep red. Yeah, so our house is gonna have full-size bars for Halloween. So one though, last year, like, I showed him the full-size bars, and this kid's like, "How many can I take?" And I'm like, "What? One. They're full-size bars." He's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, ugh. And then, you know what's funny? The people that come around with, like, babies, and I'm like, "You're just trick-or-treating for yourself." Because our neighbor came around, and their baby was, like, definitely less than 2 years old. And I'm like, "You're not letting this kid eat any of this." So it was funny. But they got their full-size bar. I don't mind either because my dad not only gets full-size bars, but he gets, like, a ton more than we need full-size bars. So the more we give out, the less we have around for me to eat later. But... It's hard to color near the crease. Ooh, oh no, I'm making a mess. Okay, we're at half an hour. I think I'm going to be done for now. I think it's coming out good already. What do you think? Do you like it? This was an episode of Color That Radish. Is that a radish? Both. Is the picture a radish and did I color it radish colors? I don't know. Let me know. So, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to come back for more parts. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.